it's a transaction not initiated by the consumer, so your customer, and that consumer receives no benefit. Seems pretty simple. But if you read on underneath letter B, it starts to sound like there's more to it than that. It gets to be a little bit complicated if you read through that. Now, I don't want you to read through that right now. Let's just talk through some scenarios here. So I wrote a few down in the margin. So what we're hearing a lot of these days, and the word is buried in letter B, Roman numeral 1 and 2. It talks about your customer, your consumer being induced. What's that mean? Well, the examples, okay, that the CFPB has given through their FAQs, they have to be supported by the regulation, which is letter A1, small letter A. Again, not initiated by the consumer. So let's just start with that part. When they use these examples, talking about your customer being induced into a fraudulent transaction, if your customer hits the send or they hit the pay button, they've initiated. Now, if I was fraudulently duped into doing so, I'm sorry, but those are not unauthorized transfers. In other words, they're not your responsibility. If the customer, your customer hits the send button, if they hit the pay button, the go button, whatever button you want to call it, if they're hitting it, they're pushing it, okay, that's an authorized transaction. Now, if in the course of doing so, they share their account or access device related information, in addition to hitting the send or the pay or the go button, any subsequent transaction that's conducted by the thief, okay, the one who induced the customer, the one that stole the information, any subsequent transaction is an unauthorized transfer. So again, let me give you the example. Fake Amazon calls me, and fake Amazon says, oh, you got to send us $50 right now or we're sending the cops. Okay, and so I hit send, and I send fake Amazon $50. That was initiated by me. I'm your customer. That's an authorized transaction. Now, it's too bad, right, that I've been duped into sending that money, but I hit the send button, I hit the pay button, that's on me. Now, if in the course of hitting the send, pay, go button, whatever you want to call it, I also give them my access device information or I enter it in, and then they take that and go conduct other transactions, those other transactions, those are your responsibility. Those would be unauthorized transfers because I didn't hit the send, go, or pay button. That's the thief who duped me into the first transaction and also took my credentials and now is conducting other transactions. Those are unauthorized transfers. Now, what makes this scenario here a little bit different than what's in your book, those examples in letter B, when it talks about being induced, those are scenarios where the consumer, your customer, is being induced into giving account-related information, not conducting a transaction necessarily. It's somebody that's contacted me and said, hey, we need your debit card information. We need your bank account information. And so I hand it over to them. Now, it's not smart of me, but I do it. And then they take it and go conduct transactions. Those are all unauthorized. But if I hit send via the transaction, if I hit pay now, if I hit go to the transaction, those are all authorized. Now, if they also steal my credentials, subsequent transactions would be unauthorized. A lot of discussion going on right now surrounding that.